guys, how you doing? Today we're out here. We're going to show you a little bit of what we do with the crawfish boil. We've got some friends coming over later this evening. We got half a bushel of oysters, some crawfish, some shrimp, some snow crab. We're going to put it all together. Some vegetables, corn, potatoes. We do andouille sausage in there, and kind of just wanted to walk you through how we do this. First things first, me and Hudson are out here. We're gonna clean these crawfish up. It's real important that you clean these up. They're real muddy. In fact, I've got 2 pails out here today so I can show you how dirty the water is each time after you rinse them. We do a good, 3 to 4 rinses. If it needs more, we do more. But first things first, we'll get these things cleaned off. So for today, we got 10 pounds of crawfish. Let's see here. Pretty good sized crawfish. We just started getting them in this year, and we're excited to do a boil. We do a few of them every year. So first thing we do is we're gonna take these guys and get them put right into that first bucket there. Get all this trash out of there. Make sure there's none left in there. Oh, Hudson's gonna give us a hand with this, so if he can keep his fingers from getting pinched, we'll be good to go. All right, Hudson, you give me the hose? Get the hose. Get the hose, bud. So we just put them in the pail. We're gonna fill this with water and kind of let them sit in there for, each time we'll let them sit in there for about, maybe 10, 15 minutes, kind of just get rid of some of that mud off of them. There you go. Over here. This one, bud. Right here. Do it in this one. Ready? Here, let's do it in this one. There we go. So just fill it up to where it's, maybe 5-10 inches over top of them. So once you get that full, we'll kind of just take this pail. Give it a couple shakes around a little bit and let these guys just sit for a little while. After about 5 minutes or so, we'll show you, the reason I got another bucket out here so we can dump the dirty water into it. We'll show you just how nasty it is. You don't ever want to cook crawfish fresh from just buying them live without rinsing them. So we'll let these guys sit and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we've let these sit for about 8-10 minutes, however long you want. You can kind of see the water gets real muddy real quick. So the reason I got the white bucket out here, I'm gonna dump this nasty water into the white bucket and just show you real quick what's coming out of these guys and why you don't want to throw them right into a boil without cleaning them off. So let's transfer them over. So I'll bring you over here and show you just how nasty this water is. That is just from one rinse. It just is straight mud. Looks like right out of the river almost. So we'll do that 3-4 times. Like I said, if the water keeps getting muddy, we keep rinsing them until it's clean. And once we're done with that, we'll be ready to set up the boil and show you guys what we're using and how we do it and how long we cook them. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse these a few more times and we'll bring you back with us once we get to the cooking part. Thanks. Hey guys, out here in the garage now. We just want to show you, we're not gonna cook these crawfish right away. We've got a couple hours before we decide to cook them. So I wanted to show you how we kind of store these things before, if they're gonna sit for a little while. So we're out here and we'll also show you what's going in the boil. We got Hudson adjusting some fishing reels in there, just doing work. So I put them in the pail. What you don't want to do, in my opinion, is put these guys in water. You're just going to kill more of them. So what we do is we just put them in the pail after they're clean. We did 4 rinses. Water came out crystal clear. And we just add, you know, a quarter to a half a bag of ice with them. Just keep them cool, and they tend to be happy that way. We've done it many times. Another thing we've got is we're gonna put snow crab in here. We've got 5 pounds of snow crab. My buddy at the seafood shop also gives me a deal on the snow crab pieces, which are just as good. Andouille sausage. I highly recommend this brand, the Azar's andouille, smoked andouille sausage. We use it every time. We've got 3 lemons. We got 5 ears of corn. We're gonna shuck these guys, break them in half so they're a little smaller. 2.5 pounds of shrimp. And we got 8 of the red potatoes, which we'll also cut in half for the boil. I recommend this Louisiana crawfish boil. Most of your local seafood shops will have that. If they don't, you may want to order it. It's pretty awesome. Everyone in our family, including the kids that like to eat the crawfish, tend to like a little heat. So we add a little bit of the swamp fire to it. And I'll show you exactly how much of this stuff we're putting in there tonight when we cook it. But other than that, I mean, we got some good Texas oysters to munch on later tonight. They're small but delicious, really salty. If you're ever in the Ponte Vedra or Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Dan's Seafood. He's always got the freshest stuff, in my opinion. His oysters are great. If they don't come in great, he doesn't take them. He doesn't sell them. And another thing, my brother-in-law got me one of these. If you're an avid oyster eater and you don't have a toadfish shucker, I highly recommend that. These things are awesome. Makes it much easier to get into the oysters. So that's about it. We're gonna be back with you when we cook. Old Hudson's about ready to get out of this boat, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys, just got the pot set up, water. For this amount of seafood, I typically like to fill the pot, well, just a little over halfway, because the seafood is obviously gonna push the water up more. So for the amount of seafood I showed you guys earlier, we're gonna use the entire package. This is a 16-ounce package of the Louisiana. We're gonna go right in there with that. Back up, buddy. Back up a little bit. Hot. Back up. And then we're also gonna use a roughly half a bag of the swamp fire for that as well. That's about it. You can always add a little more. You know, I kind of taste it as I go. But in just a minute, I'm going to walk you guys through exactly how we cook everything. I'm not going to keep the camera on the entire cook because I don't want to make a 25-minute video for you guys. But let me get this boiling and we'll show you the rest. Okay, so I came inside and my wife was nice enough to go ahead and cut everything up. Everything we showed you earlier. A couple things that we added. We're adding a few cloves of garlic in, like 10 cloves of garlic, and 3 oranges. A friend of mine did some oranges in his and I liked it. We're gonna give it a shot tonight. I don't typically do that. So to keep the video short, I showed you guys the seasoning. We're gonna get the water to a rolling boil. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the vegetables and the sausage in for about 2 minutes. After the 2 minutes, we're gonna dump in the crawfish and go in with the snow crab as well, which will go for 10 minutes. And immediately after that, you wanna turn the heat off and dump your shrimp in. So as soon as you dump your shrimp in, we usually go in with a bag of ice. In my case, I froze a 2-liter bottle of water. Just same thing. We'll take the plastic off and throw that in there. Because if you overcook the shrimp, they're not gonna peel. So go in with the shrimp, throw the ice in immediately, put the lid on, and just let everything hang out. The longer it soaks, the more flavor you're gonna have in the heads and stuff if you like that. We usually let it soak for 30 minutes or so to cool down enough for everyone to eat. But we're gonna go ahead and cook everything now that you know how long to cook it, and we will show you the finished product. How? Hi. Kason, how is it?
It's good so far.
Tell him.
It's good.
What you getting? What do you got there? Bird in your mouth? Crawfish?
Sausage.
Oh, sausage. Yeah. Stealing from the pot.
Where them crawfish at?
You gotta dig a little deeper. They're at the bottom.
I was in line at the gas station on my way to the golf course earlier, and there were 5 guys in front of me.
Yo!
We're about to dump them out. 10 minutes. It's quite a bit. Fill the whole thing up. That'll work. Try to let it drip out for a second.
Well, and I was
Alright,
going to
let's
say
do
at the
it.
same time, I can remember finding out.
What? Oh my gosh.
Ooh, lost a couple.
Where the dog's at?
I know, right? That'll work. Couple of these little guys. Looks good. Eat it up. We got what's left of the table. These young boys are just tearing it up. What do you think, Kason? Not too bad. It's absolutely good.